Let's get back to Chita and Kim. Chita, let's start with you. How cold will we get tonight?
Oh, we are going to get below freezing, Sherman. Even though temperatures for your lunchtime hour right now are above the freezing point, that's going to change overnight. And that live shot in Galveston, we're currently under a wind advisory. Those waves pretty choppy, and they're going to stay like that throughout much of the day, which is actually adding a little bit of a wind chill factor, or it feels like. Let me show you. So 40s area wide, 43 in Sugar Land, 40 degrees in Conroe, 37 right now in College Station. You factor in the north wind that I'm talking about and take a look. Our feels like temperatures are anywhere from 5 to upwards of 10 plus degrees colder than the actual air temperature. So that's what your body's going to feel when you're out and about throughout the day. We're feeling down to 29 right now in College Station, feeling like 35 in Tomball, feeling like down to 40 degrees in Galveston. So anywhere you go on the map, it is a really cold, blustery day. Wind sustained out of the north, anywhere from 15 to upwards of 25 miles per hour. And again, gusts upwards of about 30. So we need to keep in mind of the winds. That wind chill is going to be an issue even tomorrow and as we get into Saturday as well. These temperatures not going anywhere unless they go down, continuing that overnight. And I'm going to bring in meteorologist Castro. We've been talking about, even though we are preparing here locally for the potential of that wintry mix, it is out west right now that they're bracing for the same thing.
Yep, advisories,
yes.
watches, warnings already in effect. In fact, the areas in pink there that you see in deep South Texas, that's already a winter storm warning. Now, they're expecting a coating of ice for the early morning commute. That's going to cause some concern. And then that expires until noon hour tomorrow. So a good stretch of time that they have to be watching for that wintry mix. Now, the areas in purple there, that's a winter weather advisory, meaning far less accumulation, just a couple hundredths of an inch of that ice concern. And then that expires much more quickly at 6 o'clock in the morning. For us, the warning is the wind, and especially along the coast. The advisory there lasts until 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Wind gusts getting up to 35 miles an hour. Inland, still going to be breezy, gusts getting up to 25 miles an hour. In terms of the wintry precip concern for us, there is a slight opportunity to see a little bit of that in our western counties for this evening. That's a snapshot of 9:30 tonight. You see some of the pinks there in Montgomery County, in Grimes, in Washington, and in Austin counties. As we fast forward through time, though, we'll see the better chance for a little bit of a wet snow, maybe a sleet mixture come early Friday morning right along the I-10 corridor and certainly pushing towards the southwest. Whether or not the temperatures and the moisture will line up, that's yet to be seen. But what we will experience is a sharp drop in temperatures and an uptick in wind speeds. So here's a look at wind for this evening and into tomorrow. 6 o'clock this afternoon, we'll see those gusts get up to 35 miles an hour at the coast, 25 miles an hour inland, and they really hold steady into the early morning hours, Chita. So definitely going to feel a chill out there tomorrow morning.
You're talking about those wind gusts. Well, let's put our temperatures into future mode, combine the winds, and these are our future feels like temperatures. Check this out. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be feeling in the 20s. So, of course, we're going to break down the roadways overnight and early tomorrow morning for you. No matter what, when you step outside tomorrow morning, area wide, you're going to be feeling in the 20s. Fast forward even to tomorrow afternoon, you're only feeling in the 30s and low 40s. So a big story for the next 3 days will just be how cold we're going to see this cold weather stick around right through your Saturday morning. In fact, some of these in our northern counties, our feels like temperatures may even dip into the teens. So you Saturday morning, you may walk out and feel like 18, 19 degrees. Again, the temperature and the wind combined. Now by Saturday afternoon, we finally see some big improvement. So on our 7-day forecast, we're going to keep that 40% chance in, not only for rain today, but the potential for, again, that freezing rain, a little bit of sleet mixed in, especially we'll have to watch that right along I-10 and maybe just northwest for tonight. It's overnight to tomorrow. That shifts further south. There's only about a 20% chance for that. Remember, the temperatures and that moisture, just like Kim was saying, it has to line up at the exact same time. So it's going to be pretty tight. There's only a small window of opportunity, but we are going to see if that happens, especially for those elevated areas. So our bridges and our overpasses, make sure you're mindful of that, especially if your commute takes you before sunrise tomorrow morning. Then once we get into the weekend, the good news is, Sherman, that sunshine returns. So the component that we're watching for any freezing rain or sleet or snow, that will go away, but these temperatures are going to remain cold over the next several days.